Namaskaram. Namaskaram, namaste, or namaskar is a Hindu greeting that says the light in me sees and acknowledges the light in you, or the God in me sees and acknowledges the God in you. My name is Marky Mendoza, and welcome to Reiki with Marky. This is your weekly tarot reading for June 19 up to 25, 2023. Here we are to give you 8 sets of cards, 7 cards representing the 7 energies of the day, and 1 extra card to give you the theme for the week. We are still using Cat Black's Golden Tarot for this reading. There are 2 types of cards that we may get in this session, a major and a minor card. Every time we get a major card, it's a representation of major blessings, or it can also be major warnings. And the minor cards will tell us how much effort we need to put in to manifest bigger blessings in the future. Let's see what our Monday energy is about. And for this day, Monday energy, here we go. Okay, for the Monday energy is... Wow, we have starting our week with a major blessing, everybody. We have the High Priestess. Now, there can be, just like how Monday energy was, the Monday energy for today is also going to be a day, not just for decision making, but it's really for discernment to make things better. Because of last week's energy, last week's ups and downs have given us a good vantage point as to what we need to choose for ourselves. It's always about choosing better. Now, to remind you that there can still be some energies lingering that may also sway this motivation for us to not stay on track. Now, no matter how there can be some, either internally or externally, there can be some motivations for you to sway away from our goal. The High Priestess will remind you to keep doing what is right and what will be best for you. So take comfort no matter what we need to go through, especially for this week. As we start a new day, we are always going to be guided well by the High Priestess. Starting off with a good energy for the Monday. Now let's see what our Tuesday energy is about. For our Tuesday energy, here we go. Okay, let's see. Okay, so right now, the Monday energy is really giving us a good opportunity to stay on track. And the Tuesday energy, it's where we do all the hard work because we have the Queen of Wands. Now, every time we have wands in our card, it's a resonating energy of hard work and effort. And on the Tuesday energy, you will be fueled up with so much energy and passion to keep pushing forward to what you need to. If you have your goals, dreams, and aspirations, and some of your priorities and responsibilities, it's going to be a jam-packed Tuesday, but you are going to be blessed well with that passion and that drive to keep pushing forward. So no matter what it is on your to-do list for tomorrow, you are guaranteed that you will smoothly and happily make sure that you're going to be overcoming all of those. But at the same time, balance is key. After a long, tiring day of work, make sure that you have an opportunity for a good balanced rest. Wow, let's see what our Wednesday energy is about. For the Wednesday energy, here we go. Okay, this is where blessings are manifesting. So for the Wednesday energy, we have the 8 of Cups. Now, every time we have cups in our card, it's a resonating energy. It can be 2 things. It can be a form of an achievement or success, or it can also be emotions. Now, this is actually success. Now, just like how the imagery on this card is shown, there is a part of this card wherein this side, wherein there's a part of us that needs to do the hard work and effort, and we're still going through the waiting game. We're in the time for harvest for our blessings. It's what we're waiting for. And on Wednesday, majority of the hard work that you've done, not just last week, but from the past months, you are going to harvest those blessings. But remember, when we give ourselves an opportunity of harvest, remember, the first thing that we should always do is to put the priorities first, responsibilities and commitments first. And just like, remember our last week's energy, especially the Sunday energy last week, wherein there are unexpected expenses that we may not be able to anticipate. When we receive our blessings, and if it's harvest time, that should always be in our priority. I can never stress enough that it's in a time of recession we're in. Our mindfulness on how we're going to spend or utilize our abundance and prosperity will also be the biggest challenge. No matter how there are strong temptations out there, and I know the reward system should always be there, but remember, balance again is always key. Give yourself a very good opportunity for you to reward yourself so that you can stay motivated. But of course, remember, it would be better for us to always have this security and assurance during times that we need it the most. And this is something that I'm not saying this because it's not just bound to happen, because again, it's a time of recession. So it's really just a time wherein we should be more mindful of our expenses. Now let's see what our Thursday energy is about. Thursday energy, here we go. Okay, let's see. Okay, so just like last week, we're in majority of the energies are about the lessons and the wisdom that we are needed to go through this week, because we've already learned a lot from last week's energy. This week is all about hard work and effort as I'm seeing it. Now, we have the Three of Wands. Now, every time again we have wands, it's a resonating energy of hard work and effort. We are now going to see how important it is for us to always have a check on our projects. Let's say it's always going to be, no matter how well your work is going through, either your business or if you're in the corporate life. When we talk about your career, it's always a good opportunity for us to have those checks and balances. Are we still at par with our goal? Are we meeting our deadlines? And what about our future goals? Are we able to secure it well? In the current situation, are we giving it a very good foundation? And is it solid enough? So these are the things that you would have to go through on the Thursday energy. And as you go through this, you will discover that there is an opportunity for you to tweak something, for you to change something. Don't worry, this is not going to be like a damage control, because when we go through that phase, that means we overlooked something and we need to act fast to do damage control, but this is not the situation. So this is still going to be under the preventative measure. Every single time that we have this as a good exercise, like a good review of our checks and balances, it gives you a good opportunity for you to have a solidified foundation. And so what it takes for this Thursday is for us to be very patient, because in the onset, as you also do this, there's a tendency for you, when you take a step back, it may seemingly look okay, but it's on the tiny details of your work that would always be the opportunity for change here. So keep a good eye and be very patient as you go through your observation on this day. So far, so good, but let's see. Lord blessings. Let's see the Friday energy. For the Friday energy, here we go. Okay, now, unlike the other Friday energies that especially last Friday we're in, it was a hot energy. This is really good. It's refreshing because we have the Page of Swords. Now, every time we have swords in our card, it's always a resonating energy of either wisdom, or it can also turn into a weapon. But this is definitely a form of wisdom. A good opportunity for us to, just like, remember the Thursday and the Friday energy now, as I'm seeing it, are linked together. Now, remember the Thursday energy wherein you see some opportunities of change, that you see an opportunity for you to improve something. Once you're able to catch that on the Thursday, the Friday energy, it's a new opportunity will present in. That means because of this new skill that you're adding, or at least this is something that should always be part of how you do your work, there will be a new opportunity for you to improve something more. And this time, just like how you discovered something to tweak, this time, whatever you tweaked on the Thursday energy will push you forward towards something better. It's still the same direction. However, it's going to it's like an elevated experience of this. And as you can see, the more you pay attention, the more that you put your awareness into those tiny little details, it gives way to something better. And that's what's going to happen on the Friday energy. So this is, again, mostly resonating on our careers. It can be on your business, or it can also be on your work. Rest assured that no matter what you will discover on the Thursday and the Friday energy will lead to a great opportunity of abundance and prosperity. So sounds like the last week's energy is really giving you a good vantage point for training, and now we're about to do the hard work, and we're meant to apply the learnings from last week. So let's see what the weekend energy is about. But before we continue, we are not just here in YouTube, but we are in Facebook, Instagram, and on TikTok. And every day we have our daily shorts. a daily guide wherein we dig deeper as to what the daily energies are about. Do not forget to share it with your friends and family. And of course, make sure that you also join me in our TikTok, because in TikTok, that's where we all, actually, that's my priority right now. So make sure that you catch me on TikTok. So let's see what the Saturday energy is about. For the Saturday energy, here we go. It's really about the hard work and effort. Now, it's I love this energy of the motivation, because every single time that we are engaging in a new discovery, into shifting something, into doing things better, it always gives way to something better indeed. And even on a Saturday, we will feel that energy rolling, because we have the Page of Wands. As you can see, this is the third time this week that we have wands on our cards. So that means it's really a time for us to apply those learnings. And on the Saturday energy, even if it's on a rest day. But some of us may have work on this day as well. But it's gonna be a very busy day, because you are really fully charged with motivation as to how to keep swaying to a better direction. The Thursday, the Friday, and the Saturday energy is really going to do so much well on your career, because just like how this imagery is saying, you will now finally discover that you are taking bold steps onto improving. This is like you having this new perspective and new motivation about your career, and that you're so fueled up that you have no other things to do but to find ways on how to keep doing things better. How do I, now that I've seen a good strategy, I can tweak my strategy. What are the things that I can do to improve my hard work and effort? What strategies can I improve so that I can become consistent? What strategies can I also incorporate with my style and approach so that I can stay consistent with what I do and to always have my checks and balances intake? So this is really a good day, even if it's on a Saturday. Remember, it's still a time for us to rest and recover. So after a long, tiring day of you giving your best for your hard work and effort at your careers, make sure that you also celebrate with your friends and family. Now the Sunday energy is, let's see what the Sunday energy is about. Let's see. Okay. Wow. Okay, now I have a good feeling of assurance for everybody, because we have the Queen of Swords. Now, remember, the swords is about an energy of either wisdom, or it can also be a weapon. This is clearly a sharpened sword full of wisdom. And the queen, just like how we started this week, full of discernment and the guidance and the wisdom of the high priestess. This imagery is telling us that we are able to at least unlock another side of us that's more mindful, more aware, and with wiser decisions, that you are always here to sharpen that sword, or to sharpen your wisdom, so that you can always find an opportunity to become better. This is really something that we all need, because whenever we are in this phase, not just in our careers, but in general, in all of our life aspects, when we are allowing a positive shift to happen, it's always going to give way to discovering something new and something better. So this day, you will have a great opportunity for you to become confident. For you to become confident with it really starts with what you do and what efforts you put in all of these life aspects, but most especially for your career, that also allows you to gain that confidence and assurance for you to keep pushing forward and do the hard work and to become consistent. This is a very strong formula so that you can become better. But of course, remember, Sunday is still family day. Rest, recover with your friends and family, and of course, it's a perfect time to communicate to the divine. Have some time with church or your spirituality. Now, what is the theme for this week? Because it's really all about hard work and effort. So let's see what the theme is. Let's see. Speaking of change, we have the Five of Swords. And just like how it is in the imagery here, there are just some things in the past that may have worked well before, but you are ready to let go of that to give way for something better, just like how it is here. So you are also letting go of bad habits. You are letting go of old ways in which, again, it's not just that it may have worked before, but essentially this week will make you realize that you're capable of such better things, that you are capable to adapt, to change. And every time that there's willingness for us to adapt, and again, it just always has to start with the willingness to stay open. So one of the things that you will also discover this year is that when you finally have it in you to be very adaptive, to keep an eye on how you will find an opportunity of change to improve your ways, then it's always going to give you a good capacity for you to grow better. Growth is essential, and at the same time, it will give you a better opportunity for you to also help others stay inspired, because it always starts from within, and when you find and discover something to work on, and if it works well for you, and if it does, it's about an opportunity on how you can share it with others. And this is a self-discovery that it may start with you, but eventually it would lead for you to inspire others. So congratulations. This week has been, especially last week, it's been very transformative. And this week is all about putting all of those into hard work and effort. I'm pretty sure as you go through this week, there's going to be more discoveries. And again, all it takes is for us to stay open. That's it for our weekly reading for this session, and I do hope you like our session. And if you do not forget to give it a good thumbs up. And remember, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and on TikTok. Please follow me on all my social media, and please share it with your friends and family. But for now, this has been Marky Mendoza, always reminding everybody to keep trusting the process. Namaskaram, and enjoy this week.